Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up. Tonight, we gonna light it up, babe. Tonight, we gonna light it up. Just like the sunrise, we gonna light it up.
And welcome to the channel, everybody. So we got Vitalik in the house already. We got Jason and Nathaniel. Been a while since I've seen you, man. How's it going? So, anyways, so we have been kind of pushing for the last several days since this selector box came out here for a Deathless Vision piece, because of the fact that I have been planning that this year we were going to make sure. I'm glad you could tune in as well, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, we came back to the channel in October, and we have been really pushing hard the last couple months. We did Summoners Fest in November. If you have not checked out the panel videos, I apparently somehow ended up being the only content creator out there who put out all the panels from the Summoners Fest. So if you want to know some of the things that the development team or Command Vincent as the writer for MCOC, or even some of the characters design team had to say behind the scenes, jump over and check those out. They're worth it. But then we did a really big push through Banquet. I'm actually going through a lot of those videos. Started going through those last night. I'm checking my data on a few things. I want to make sure that my numbers are correct before I say too much more. But I am going through and combing through those to verify a couple things, and I will give everybody a heads up on what all I have to say further on that soon. Egg, how you doing, man? For those who have been around the last couple weeks, you do know where I'm kind of going with that, but we'll, like I said, we'll talk about it a little bit more. Like I said, I don't want to say too much more until I know for sure one way or the other. So like I said, guys, we pushed really hard this week, and we still have a day and a half left to get the last 500 units, because the only thing left to pull is the selector box that will get us one of the Deathless Division pieces that we are missing, which will put me a little closer. Gotta be. I'm not beating. We're not doing Galactic tonight. What I am going to do is the 4 levels right up until him. That will. I'm at 200 units right now. There is 90 units per level that I haven't done there. Well, that means 4 levels will get me 360 units. That puts me 560. That gets me everything right up until that final boss, and I will do him off of live stream after doing my research. The rest of this stuff I can do on screen and just kind of I got my Crucible sheet up for bosses to help. Awesome, I appreciate that. I guess some things never change. They are the way they are, man. You know how I am. Like, there are some things that I will do on camera, even as a first time, like, you know, live, and not worry about it. But that big boss fight, yeah, no. I want to sit down. I want to do that. Like, I want to do my research. I want to make my team sure my team is what it is. Make sure that I can handle that one. I am not relying on chat to scream out things while I'm screwing up that big of a fight. We are not going to eat things like that. I'd say Nico is a hard count. Well, that is awesome. Except for I don't have my Nico awakened and leveled up yet. Or do I have her awakened? I do have her awakened. I awakened her. But I don't have her leveled up yet. So I would have to level her up, and I would probably have to dump all my Sig Stones into her as well. Snowballing. Well, occasionally, okay, so I watched this one content creator online, and she talks about occasionally when you're thinking up names for businesses or products or things like that, that occasionally maybe you should consult a 13-year-old boy before you put it out. I'd say Necro is hard. Oh, Necro is harder than Glycan? Oh. Okay. I mean, possibly. But we'll see. But what I was saying is possibly consult a 13-year-old boy before you name something. Because, of course, yeah, the dirty old man in me immediately saw snowballing and kind of giggle. But anyways. Mm-hmm. Okay, so somehow I need to remove their buffs and stay the hell away from them. But if I stay away from them, then they're unblockable. Dude, they were dicks about this one, weren't they? Immune to nullify, stagger, and fate seal. So neutralize is your only option. Or just straight up buff steal. Activating a striker inflicts 30 and 30 second 50% delivery. but it doesn't stun them. And their ability accuracy is increased by 100%. This is just like not nice. Who talked me into doing this shit tonight? Like, because I'm not friends with you anymore, I swear. What the hell are we? Okay. I wonder, okay, so I'm have to... Let's figure out the boss first. We'll come back to this. Okay, so I got 3 bosses here. Give me some boss recommendations. I thought tonight was break night. No, tomorrow night's the break night. I'm taking a break on Thursday. Okay, she ain't looking very pretty. I thought, let's see, Professor X is easy. Got you, buddy. Bring a miss counter. Ironheart cooked. Onslaught would do Black Cat though, or Serp for either one. I don't have Serpent. And I mean, I can bring a miscount. We might do Onslaught with Black Cat. I think that's what we're gonna do. Now the question is this stupid path. And unfortunately, it has to be this path because this is where I get this is the unit path. Two cosmics, 2 techs, 3 cosmics, 2 techs, and a mutant. You know what? We're just gonna... I do not have Kashala, and Nico isn't leveled up. Mystic Happy Path for units. No, this is the units path. They're like, I mean, yeah, it's kind of Mystic heavy. Because there is 3 cosmics, but there's also 2 techs and a mutant. Let's have a little bit more. We're gonna try that. I'll play the node as best as I can, but to be honest with you, we're just gonna try and bully it. Could bring Destroyer. I could, but I think we're just going to go with this. I think we're just going to bully my way through it as much as I can and hope that I can pummel more damage than I take enough to not have to worry about dropping any revives. And even if I get a potion up a little bit, gains charges much faster. quite possible. Again, like I said, we're just gonna I'm gonna try and bully it through between Pavitra and Jugs. Honestly, I probably just got a little too overconfident because how well last night went, that like I was like, I don't really need to look it up and figure out what I'm doing tonight, which I probably should have. But I also have been busy doing alliance leader stuff. I had to go talk to my property manager today about a few things. Had a buddy of mine call me, and on top of that was also trying to there was something also, there was a couple of things I did today, but it was, it was another one of those days where like there was just so much other stuff going on. Almost. I'll revive him if I need to, but I think I can finish this with Jugs, and hopefully Jugs can take the other two fights. Like, I don't mind dropping a couple potions if I need to. I'd prefer not to drop a revive yet, because especially with cooking all my units into this box for the moment, not that we haven't proven that I can't come up with units quickly, there are going to be some other things that I want to try and push on. So the more of the revives I can push towards that, the less units I need towards things like finishing up Epoch. And so we're just going to kind of see, like I said, kind of the point tonight is the less resources we have to use to get these units, the more that it's worth it that we bullied our way through it. We're not really trying to do a lot of finesse tonight. I'm not worried too much about if I do everything perfectly or not. If anything, if a guide video comes out of any of this, it will be, okay, so this is what I did and this is what you should do. Do what I say, not what I do. Those type of videos, which I'm okay with, but we may just revisit this with a different account, smaller account later, because it may be a little bit before I even get to these videos. Like I said, I do have the rest of the Act 8.1 and 8.2 videos that I recorded before last year, when the account was still small enough to be doing those things, and struggling, which is what I prefer to show you guys. I've never liked putting out nearly perfect gameplay or even anything that makes it look massively easy, because I know that doesn't serve the community well. As a matter of fact, that actually deters quite a few people when they cannot achieve the same thing. So I'm okay with getting some of that out and then going back and redoing some of these levels with the smaller accounts when I have time, after I've gotten those videos out anyways. So I almost should have Hulkling instead of worrying about the class advantage here, but not that this isn't going well, but I will say that this is one of the things about the fact that I'm, doing this so much later, especially with having the roster that I now have, it is definitely one of those things that like understandable, but like a little too easy to be doing at the moment. I almost feel like I should almost like use a smaller roster on purpose. Lady, that's not how that works. So, what is everybody's thoughts on round 2 of the Summer's Choice? How do you like the new BG's meta? I haven't tried it. Wow! Okay, did not expect that. Should not have pushed her to the SP3. Oof, that was not nice. Okay. Yeah, no, I haven't tried the new Battlegrounds meta yet. We may try it this weekend. I think we... so I was thinking about doing two things. First off, I was thinking about doing a friendlies stream this weekend. But I was also thinking that I might do a members-only friendly stream towards the end of the month, where not only do we do friendlies, but I play copyrighted music, and we just have a really good time, and we do friendlies, and we listen to the shit that I really like to listen to, and then we delete the stream the second that it's over, so I don't get a copyright strike. And for those who are members of the channel, like, if you happen to stop in and see this, I should not have pushed her to the SP3 again. Damn it. This is gonna suck. This is gonna hurt, and I'm gonna have to use some revives. Yep. For those who are members, or I mean anybody, like, I'm just kind of wondering like what thoughts are on that. So if you are a member of the channel and you want to put your thoughts in on that, or if you become a member of the channel, or even if you like, hey, that sounds cool, I wish I could be part of that, like. I'm open to thoughts. So, I don't know. I was just trying to think of something to do for a members only stream, especially since we have so many members at the moment. Probably do it on a weekend. Probably do it towards the end of the month, like I said. That way I'm delivering some kind of value for your memberships. Should have just revived Jack in the first place. It's funny, like the entire thing's going so well that like I don't even really have to try, and then the first time I hit somebody. No, I don't want the recommendation. I want to pick my own. Not too bad of an idea for members. cool. I appreciate your thoughts. Do you ever figure out like what setting went wrong that you're not able to get gifter memberships again? I forgot about the fact that Hulkling's bugged right now. Yep. That would have been the end of it if he wasn't bugged. Oh, look at how... Oh, man, that was just nasty. Get better at MCOC. How's it? Not doing so hot. Sorry, I missed a few of you. You got plenty of revives for Glycan. What's up? I already have enough points for Rhino. Nice. I'm nowhere close. I haven't even started on that. Not yet. Need to do it on the laptop. Is this the guy that streams MCOC? It is, Prof. How's it going? Hopefully this weekend. Okay, cool, man. Yeah. Not doing too hot. Might switch alliances. Really? Any particular reason why you might be switching alliances? How's it going, Prof? Thank you for stopping in. Thank you to everybody who has stopped in. I appreciate all you guys. Oh, whatever. I'll finish it. Eduardo. Rodrigo Ramano. I don't know. Alright. I thought you said your alliance loved you get better. I mean, you know, we've all been there. One day you love somebody with everything you have, and the next, the feelings just aren't there anymore. Sfeel hates me. Sorry to hear that. Spiel seems like a really good guy. Where are you at at the moment in 8.4? I am 8.4.2. And we cannot learn, and we seem to like have a problem with remembering not to push them to SP3s. Come on. Throw the SP2. Come on. Just stop trying to kick me. Throw your damn fucking special. You're not going to kick me any day of the week, girl. Just throw the damn special. Thank you. Finally. By the way, guys, we talked about it beforehand. I am not really trying to work. I knew I was going to do that. I'm not really trying to work the node necessarily, as much so as just get through this so I can grab the units. And of course, I freaking bit that one. You got me banned. I don't want to hear it. All right, don't talk to me. Damn, bro, hates eggs. Says the lamest one. Okay, guys, like, let's relax. Like, as long as he's behaving in here, like, we don't need to fight. In Galactic's first phase, I was trying to get used to his special, and then 2 or 3 were easy. The 4th was a bit of a pain. Yeah, I've already said it early on in the stream. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do 8.2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to record 8.6 separately, so we won't be doing it tonight. But that will get me the units that I need to be able to get the final Deathless piece, which is what started all of this. There we go. 4th phase took me the longest, yeah. I'll still be here in Plat Alliance, just not Plat 4. Hey man, we all working our ways up to what works for us. Right? Yeah, I mean, I did hear that I know that like Expo like is losing quite a few members, so I know there's a lot of alliances that are going to be losing members come Monday. Oh, I didn't take it. Oh shit! I'm so used to not taking it. I clicked the wrong one. The end of raids, yeah. As soon as, yeah, Monday ends. Okay, so pretty much what's going on right now, for those who may or may not know, is Banquet rewards drop just in time for nobody to be able to switch, because you couldn't get enough wars in to get to the end of the season. So pretty much everybody had to wait until the end of war season. But the end of war season ended up falling in the middle of raid week, which is this week. So nobody is so in order for everybody to make sure that they get all the rewards they earn and not screw their alliance in the process, everybody has had to wait almost 2 weeks after the end of Banquet before anybody could switch alliances, despite the fact that many people were looking at leaving their alliances after Banquet, either because they had grown enough that they were moving on past what their alliance was, or they were only in it because of to do Banquet with somebody, that type of thing. So that final date that we can finally get everybody switched around without anybody losing any of the possible rewards, getting all of Banquet, getting all of war season rewards, and also getting raid rewards, and making sure that alliances still had enough people to participate in raids, means that come Monday we finally have enough stuff out of the way that we can transfer everybody around on alliances. So Monday will be probably, for most alliance leaders and officers, one of the most chaotic, pain in the ass days that any of us have had in weeks. And that's saying a lot because the last couple weeks have been nothing but chaotic, pain in the ass days, trying to get everybody organized, set, and whatnot, because it's been a long, drawn out process. Yeah, I'll be leaving after raids. Yeah, that's pretty much where everybody's at. Everybody's leaving and joining somebody new after raids. Got you. That makes a lot of sense. Damn, I feel like an old timer. Been in my alliance family for 5 years, if not longer. No, that's actually a good thing, man. We got a full-time grinding one and semi-retired people. It's good, honestly. I mean, the group that I've got put together right now, a good 20 of us have been together for multiple years, and would have been together this entire year if I hadn't stepped away. I did that. But also on top of that too, like even right now, the group that I'm bringing in, which I'm bringing in a sizable amount of people, even they, like, that's my goal for everybody that I'm bringing together right now, is to get it to the point where the last spots that aren't those original 20 are cinched up so that we can do a good several years together without having to worry about anybody switching around again. But everyone hit the dang like button. It is absolutely free, so I appreciate it, guys. I'll be friends with the leader, though, just not his alliance. Sometimes, I mean, that's all that matters, you know? Like, as long as you can act cordial and get along enough to get through things, and you got a good relationship with the leader, that can do quite a bit for being in an alliance. I thought I cleared this. Okay. Sorry, I was just noticing something that hadn't got cleared yet, and it was annoying me. Valk or Sassy Boss. Okay. Let's go ahead and jump over to the boss and we'll check that out real quick. Who you got for counters for either one? Sinister, Cook, Onslaught, Gene will do 2. Okay, if we're so you're talking for Valk, either Sinister, Onslaught, or Gene, and then possibly Leader for Sassy. Well, that tells me we're going. We're gonna go Valk, and we'll take in probably Gene. Let's go look at the path and see what we're dealing with here. First off, 3 Mystics, 2 Cosmics, and a Tech. What are we looking at for the nodes? So as long as I'm throwing specials consistently, like I can overcome the degen. Honestly, that's not bad. I can deal with that. My my leader said I need to behave myself and he will let me stay, but you know, I cannot do that because how I act, I can't change that. And that's fine, man. You gotta find where you fit in. Like, if you are who you are, no one's asking you to change who you are. I mean, if you're okay with who you are, be who you are. But just understand that sometimes who you are isn't always going to fit in everywhere. And that's okay. As long as you're not harming anyone else by being who you are, I don't have a problem with that. I know some of the things you've done. I know you didn't see a problem with it. Like I said, you have been respectful here. You're good. But just understand that, like, sometimes being who you are, like, you step out and you cross a certain line here. I've already said it. Like, I won't care. I have no problem getting rid of people. But at the same time, like, I'll accept you for who you are as long as you can be respectful. I'm not harming anyone, but taking crap doesn't do anything. And that's fine, man. Like I said, 100% peaceful with it. Nefaria for the path or Scorp. And no, I got a better idea. I'm in an alliance with my dad, sister, cousin, grandparents, and partner. We never do war or anything. Just do our own thing. You know what? Triple Z's family had an alliance like that for quite a bit. So sometimes that's a great thing. Just having to, you know, I'm setting my kid up with something similar. So, Egg, I just got a notice for one of the YouTube content creators that I watch. That literally the name of the current video that he just put out is "This Egg Was Doomed," which was funny. Funny. Let's see. Where's my gene? I want to replace the gene, and then. What do I say? 2 mistakes. Tech. Damn it, I forgot. I got distracted. Tech and Cosmic. Yeah, that's right. I think we're just going to do that. Well, hold on. I take that back. Instead of that, we're going to do this. And that's only because Honkling's still bugged. I mean, he's still doing the job, but he's still bugged. So, I think that's where we're going to go. No, it's not an MCOC video. Have you ever heard of Fredo on TV? He does like a lot of like the TikTok reaction type videos and stuff. I guarantee it's a short. Like, almost everything he does is shorts. He's got a couple long form content, but not a lot. Time that completely and totally wrong. When I'm off stream tonight, I'll send it to you just for the fun of it. I almost guarantee he's reacting to somebody's bad cooking. Yeah, I'll send it over to you. How do we have 8 people watching and 6 likes? Now we have 7. And we have 9 people watching. Should have more, but I think a lot of people are live right now, so like, as a matter of fact, I saw just as I went live, B Dizzle went live. I know there was a lot of people live today, and I know there was some new content that dropped today, so that's normally a day that a lot of people get active anyways. It's kind of weird. Sunday night or Wednesday night, all of a sudden everybody's active out of nowhere. But damn it, tried to throw my relic. AP waves. Yeah, I knew she could take care of that. Cosmic 2, yeah, I know he was live earlier. He always starts streaming at the same time. No, he doesn't. I always start at about the same time, or at least I've been trying to. Oh, just came from their lives? Okay. Yeah, like I said, I knew Cosmic went live a couple hours ago. No, B-Dizzle started probably about half an hour after my stream last night. And I always start at the top of the hour. And he can think that he gets 6 p.m. Eastern. First off, it's 6 p.m. Pacific right now. Well, it's almost 7. But when I went live was 6 p.m. Pacific. And yeah, that's 3 hours after that. He went live right as I went live tonight. Not saying that like he knew I was going live or anything. Just that like that's what time, just as I was getting set up and had all my stuff up. Well, I'm so glad that he but there have been plenty of times that I've seen him not be live during those times. Not that it matters. Like, I don't care how many other people are live at the exact same time as me. Like, none of us have a claim to a certain spot. Like, nobody can go live between this time and this time because it's my time. But no, I was just saying, like I said, I saw plenty of people live when I went live. I saw a couple people go live just as I went live. I have never in the history of this channel worried about who was or wasn't live when I went live. Unless it was one of those things where, like, I really wanted to be over there to support them in their stream, so I chose not to go live because they were, or because we had an arrangement between us that, like, I was going to raid somebody particular. Otherwise, yeah, no, I've never cared, and I never will care, like, who's live or not live when I go live. Like, it doesn't affect me. Like, yeah, sometimes it means I might get a little bit less of an audience because there's somebody that's a little more popular than I am at the moment that people are over watching, or Maybe they're doing a particular content that somebody actually wants to watch, and I'm doing something that they don't really care about, or vice versa. Like, you know, and the other thing about it too is like there's enough audience out there. Like, we have more than enough people that watching MCOC content at any given time of the day or night that, like, even if 50 of us were alive at the same time, there'd still be audience. I just go live on either Twitch and on TikTok from time to time. Yeah, I'm looking at possibly expanding over to Twitch myself. I just haven't quite pulled the trigger on that one yet. I know I need to, especially with the Twitch drops and everything being a thing. And I know that's really helping a lot of the creators who have jumped over there. But it's also about making sure that I pick the right time to do that, in my opinion. I'm not necessarily just trying to, okay, well, everybody's having luck there, so I guess I should be there. Like, I know very good and well what works for some doesn't work for others, and what works for me only works for me because it's what works for me. So I will never chase a trend. I will do what makes sense for me at the time. I mean, obviously, there's going to be time periods that I'm going to come out with content that is, you know, the same thing everybody else is doing. Like, obviously, I wasn't going to be like, okay, well, I'm so glad everybody's having fun doing Banquet, so what I'm going to go do is, I don't know, play Act 1. I don't know. I don't even know what a good reference would be of what you could do that wasn't Banquet relevant. I'm going to start a brand new account that I only play with on Banquet, and that isn't going to get anything. I don't know. But you need to start on Twitch just to double the stream. Yeah, no, I will double streams when I do it. I keep missing drops on there. Do not watch enough there. Well, I will keep that in mind and see what I can't do about like trying to give you a few more places to collect from. Burris Gaming, how is it going, Steven? I saw you were live, you went live about a half an hour before I did. How was your stream? Or at least I thought that I saw a post that said you were going live about a half an hour before I did. Either that or it was a video, I don't know. Half the time I'm so, like, I try and keep up on what everybody else is doing as much as I can so I can support everybody else. But, you know, there are just those days that sometimes there's just, especially with the fact that, you know, I follow over 300 content creators for MCOC alone. Yeah, no problem, Vitalik. Pulled 20 more SIGs on 7-star hype. Got out of the Tooth and Claw Valiant crystals. Nice. I went live. It looks like around the same time. Yeah. No, I think you were probably about half an hour before I did, based off of what I was seeing. Okay, we're gonna skip it because we were brought in who we needed for this, so. No, I could have brought it, I could have switched out and brought in Sinister as well as a third option. The stream went pretty well. Awesome. Funny thing is I know Valk is bugged right now, but of course, fighting against her as the AI, I guarantee she's somehow not bugged right here. Maybe we should have brought Sinister as a backup. Jason, how much of an aneurysm are you having right now? I can feel it. Like I'm not even reading comments, and I'm sure that like the screams of "Why didn't you read the note?" are like just predominantly cooking. And your brain is hurting so bad as I'm just like bumbling my way through this fight, and oh no, what is he gonna do? Like, he's gonna ruin it so bad. Like, how is he ever gonna beat this fight playing so terribly? He's not doing a single proper rotation. Oh my god! Why does the guy even play the game? Need to throw specials that are listed for proper damage? I mean, we could, but why? Literally type the message as you're ready to read. We got her down to 30%. Like, it's not a problem. Honestly, I can easily cook the rest of this. Sore and tired, but what's new? I remember those days. Like I said, I swear you're a telepath. I mean, a little bit, you know. I'm good, enjoying reliving Act 8 through Wolf. Very different perspective, I'm sure. Hate all my typos. Hey, it happens, man. We all do it. Trust me. So we cooked the first two already. We got two more to go, and that will give us our units that we need. Now, let's see here. Where does this stupid path start at? There it is. Okay. So we got Sinister. 3 mutants, 2 skills, and a science. Let's see if the node actually is something I need to play into. Every 15 seconds. Okay, hold on. Let's go over and check the boss real quick. Because I know Jason's got something waiting for me on that. So, let's see. So we got Omega, we got Spot, and we got Terrax. We've started a task of putting out about 300 tons of mulch, and our boss had a smart idea of putting us rip out the bush as big as a house. Yay! I remember those times, and I never want to do them again. I can do them. I never want to do them again. Okay, Jason, what do you got recommendations for me here? Like who are we talking for the bosses? Like I'm thinking I want to avoid Spot because I hate Spot. I was the one stuck with the spade. Oh yeah, and again, absolutely hate those days. Never want to do them again. Omega Red was Sentinel. That was decent. Thing could work for Terrax or Abs. Spot was Crossbones Fury for Spot as well. You're not giving me some great options here, my man. Not giving me great options here. Like, I love my Fury, but, well, no, I do have him rank 4. We might do Fury. I hate Spot, though. I really hate Spot. I'll be back. I gotta take care of dad duty. No problem, Vitalik. Nimrod could work for... Yeah, I don't have Nimrod or Omega Sentinel ranked up at the moment. I say Omega Red or Spot, but that's because Thing was only rank 1. Okay, so we're gonna need a tech, a mutant, and a skill for the path. These 3 were the hardest aside from Spot because Bones cooked. Yeah. Red Skull also works for, yeah. Finish the script for the intro you gave me. Oh, awesome, man. I cannot wait to hear it. Like, I cannot wait to hear it. Okay, so we have mutants. We need a mutant, a skill, and a tech for the path. Let's go ahead and bring in Chillith. And we'll bring in Nick. It's good, not gonna lie. Yeah, dude, I cannot wait to see what you do with it. Like, I think a lot of people are gonna laugh their ass off when you do it. Have you told anybody else the idea that I gave you? Yeah.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath.
I honestly cannot wait to see what, like, the majority. Well, first off, I want to see it myself, obviously, but I cannot wait to see, like, first off, how it comes out, but then, like, how some of the guys react and stuff. Like, I think it'll be definitely something that people get a kick out of. Either that or my sense of humor is really just shit these days. But I think most people will get a kick out of it.
They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
I think honestly this year, like, unless somebody like massively better comes out and I somehow pull them real quickly and get them ranked up well, like, I think Fant-Man is probably going to be my most overused tech. Between him and Jack, I think they're probably going to deal most of my tech damage for the year.
You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine. I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear.
Like, they do those breakdowns every year with, like, some really good stuff in them. I think it would be kind of cool if they, like, showed you, like, a breakdown of, like, your top, like, 2 or 3 champions in each class. Like, you used so-and-so from the skill class the most this year. And I know that's, like, a lot of extra stuff that they'd have to, like, overanalyze the shit out of. But I would like it. I would like it a lot. Top tech for me would be most likely be Red Skull. I know, I mean, hey man, like, I get it. Like, Red Skull's good. I'm just really, like, cooking things with Fant-Man lately, and definitely like it. And Jack was, like, even before I got Fant and took him out, Jack was doing a ton of work. As a matter of fact, when Fant-Man showed up, Jack was like, dude, thank you for giving me a break. Alright, I was getting to be a workhorse over here. So they've been doing pretty well alternating lately, and I'm pretty happy with that. You can throw your specials all you want to, big boy. I'm designed for a Gamma Killer. Throw that damn special. Okay, let's throw it again. Thank you. Thank you for cooperating this time. It makes me feel a lot better when you do. I know cooperation isn't your strong suit. Like, I'll work with you. Good night. Patonis, how's it going? How you doing? Freak Bob, how's it going? Yo, just got the PC set up. Nice. What content is this? Right now we're working on 8.4.4. Someone saying Cassandra isn't mid. I disagree. She's mid. I mean, you know, I've seen a lot of people do some really good stuff with her. So I can understand where some are like, yeah, I mean, she's actually really good. But I think that is one of those things that, to be truthful with you, like, I was talking about this the other night. You know, we always talk about, like, oh, this champion versus that champion, blah, 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 or like this class is better than that class, you know. But at the same time, I don't think there's a single class out there that any of us couldn't find at least 10 champions that were like, yeah, these are top tier champions. Mostly because at this point, there's over 50 champions in every class. So it's like, and you know, on top of that too, I've always talked about the fact that, like, for every champion that somebody thinks sucks, there's somebody out there that'll show you how good they could be in the right person's hands. And I've also played champions before that I was like, everybody says this champion's great, and I try and use her or use her, him, whoever, and I'm like, I just can't do it. Like, she's slow though. I mean, yeah, I mean, some champions are. Some champions take a bit of ramp up. She probably doesn't need it, but I'm gonna drop a couple into her anyways. I do love throwing that SP2 to the face. And that was a quick and easy cook. But X-Force does exist, so does Sunspot. Yeah, but I will also tell you too, like, personally, like, I don't use Sunspot whatsoever. Like, and even with the fact that I have Deadpool X-Force, Like, I have 4 mutants ranked up right now at rank 4, and none of them are Cassandra, X-Force, or Sunspot. Okay, that didn't feel good. Let's not do that again. Yeah. Sunspot was my second ranked 3. I haven't touched him in almost a year. He does Yelena really well, and OP for Nick Fury. He's good for invade meta. I mean, yeah, like I said, you know, it's definitely one of those things. I really don't think that there is a such thing as a wrong choice for who to rank up in this game. If you're good with the champion and you're getting through content with them and you can win matches with them, like, I mean, think about it this way. How many of the community instantly ranked up Havoc because of what, oh my god, brain fart, Liam did at Summoner's Fest? Okay? But before Summoner's Fest, how many of them would have ranked up Havoc? That was awesome. Somehow I was in the middle of throwing my special that didn't activate when somehow he went into a special. Pretty sure that was a glitch. This is gonna hurt. Oh, not as much as I was worried. That's good. Cool. Darth Nick, how's it going? This is why I always get on people, like, and this is part of the reason that I have never done a tier list, is because of the fact that I'm like, I can tell you who my top champions are in each class, but I also know that for anybody that I would put on the list, somebody else is going to tell me how they're trash. And that's without taking into consideration whatsoever, like, the different game modes and stuff. And that's one of the things too, completely as well. Like, I absolutely love Nick Fury, okay? But if I take Nick Fury into raids, I'm completely and totally wasting it. Yeah, we all have our opinions, exactly. And with the amount of diversity and the amount of different champions in this game and the amount of different personalities in this community, you just don't get it to you. I mean, I think I get it just fine. I think we just agreed.
can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say, yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
They should make a tier list for questing. I mean, there are people out there that have done them. I mean, if I was ever gonna do tier list, I would probably do, okay, these are the top champions for X, and these are the top champions for Y, and these are the top champions for Z, and some of those champions are gonna be on all of those lists, and some of them aren't.
I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say, yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
And that went great. Sorry guys, I just saw something come in that I want to check real quick. So, but we are cooking through this. I appreciate the heads up, bud. But yeah, no. Definitely one of those things. Trust me, I normally know more than what people think I do. And I like it that way. What you do? I was answering a message from somebody on one of my socials. Before we do this last one, which will get us enough points. Okay, Jason, give me some ideas. Chillith for JJ or Medusa for Sammy. That's like, see, you just spoke my language there, man. Like, Chillith I love playing, and Medusa I love playing. So I think we're gonna bring Medusa in and go after Sam. We'll bring in a couple extra cosmics just in case for the path. And then we'll bring in Fant and Jean. Medusa will cook because of the armor. Let him auto block. Okay. I will do my best. We'll still get him because I love my Medusa. You know, I know that he is bugged right now, but he still was doing work. And I think he is the one I'm most consistent with, and I can use the two of them between the path. Personally, science class is lacking right now. Not many good champions. Okay, Hulk, Spider-Woman, Photon, Silk, Lizard. I think the science class is actually pretty stacked right now. I haven't even gotten to Luke. Yeah. I guarantee you I can name a solid top 10 in the science class. Silk isn't the best. Okay, sure. Okay, Lizard's mid. Cool. Being one of the few ascendable champions in the game, meaning he's going to be one of the biggest champions in the game within the next couple months. Yeah, mid. No problem. And again, like I said, Spider-Woman, Spider-Ham, Hulk, like, possibly. We shall see. And again, I think that is a very opinion-based thing where it depends on the person. Because I'm sure there's plenty of people that really just, in spite the fact that I think he's an amazingly easy and powerful champion, I'm sure there's somebody out there that's like, I just can't get the rotation with him. I don't know what it is. I don't like him. Damn, man, be a little aggressive there. I disagree. People say that because they want Lizard in the game. I'm not sure that I ever heard a lot of people screaming for Lizard. And considering I've been playing this game for over 10 years and have had a channel for over 3, like, like, the amount of people who have been in my chat going, we really need Lizard in the game, have never been high. As a matter of fact, I think I can name at least half a dozen champions that, like, we don't have in this game that people are have been screaming for a lot longer. I mean, not to mention on top of that too, like, a lot of the people that I personally talk to in the game, like, okay, myself being a great example. My favorite character in the entire game, my favorite character in all of comic books is Wolverine, okay? But I'm never going to decide that Wolverine is the best champion in this game because of the fact that, well, like, I know damn good and well that I can out damage him with most mutants. I'm not happy about that, but, like, yeah, no. I don't know anybody who's like, oh my god, I will never say that a trash champion is trash because, well, they're my favorite champion in all of comics. No. Can still be one of my favorite characters and still fully admit that no, they missed the mark quite a bit. Don't want to play them. Thought I had the SP2 there, otherwise I was going to throw that. That one was rough. Lizard has tracking and Scorpion doesn't, but Scorpion can inflict three debuffs. Okay, yeah, Scorpion's a great champion. I know you just like arguing. Let's just agree to disagree. This crap is going nowhere. No, I get it. I know he likes to argue. I know he likes to see if he can get people to say what. I guarantee you, if I told Get Better that the sky was blue, he would tell me it's green. And if I went, oh, you know what? I agree. It does look very green today. He'd be like, no, man, you're right. It's blue. Like, and like, it's cool if you want to be that way. Like, it's all right. And if I'd appreciate it if you actually were skilled at your arguments and actually were coming with like good counterpoints. You know, because I like to debate myself. I actually have many titles for debating over the years, and I enjoy doing it. And I especially on any topic that I'm versed in. Off to try a new thing I've heard so much about called sleep. I'm told people can't get enough of it. Man, like, I've heard it's kind of addicting, burst, so like, I'd be careful. Like, you start doing that, like, you're gonna want to do it every night. I am a skilled player, so being a skilled player doesn't make you a skilled debater. But yeah, Steven Burris, have a great night. I hope you sleep well, brother. Yo, what's up, Wolf and chat? How's it going, Drewski? You can think differently, and I don't care. Okay. I didn't say anything about your skill. I don't care how skilled you are. Being skilled and being knowledgeable are not necessarily the same thing. Being skilled and being articulate enough to actually put together a well-rounded argument is also not the same thing. Like, I could make asinine statements like, you know, I should have won this fight easier because Hulkling's damage should be better. So that means that Kabam owes me compensation because I brought him into the fight knowing damn good and well that he's rigged. And that would be an asinine statement. Or not rigged, but bugged. And that would be an asinine statement because I brought him in knowing damn good and well that he's bugged. And that I'm going to have to make more effort than I would have to if he wasn't. But I know damn good and well that I like the rotation of the champion and that I can go ahead and compensate for his bug damage at the moment and still be able to quite well do what I'm doing and not need compensation because I made a choice, okay? So therefore, I would never make an argument like that because that argument is self-defeating and asinine, okay? Now, on the other hand, I can say very well that, you know, there are other things that I'm currently considering possibly arguing with certain people. But before I do so and go to the point of arguing my case on it, I'm going to turn around and make sure that I have all my facts in order and that what I'm coming to, and when I do argue this case, that I have enough evidence to support what I have to say. And I think Gladiator is better than Carolina, and people hate me for it. Dude, I thought Loki was definitely worth ranking up and making SIG 200 rank 5 as a 5-star. And a lot of people told me I was insane for it, okay? Until people found a use for Loki on a quest that came up. And then they're like, oh man, he's the best counter for it, he's great, blah, 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 blah. Okay? And you're always going to have times where that is the case, where sometimes, not to mention on top of that too, like, I know a person in the community that ranked 4 a group. Okay? Man, you just never know what somebody's gonna like, what somebody's gonna be good with, what's gonna be best for in one person or another's hands. Again, arguing an opinion is not an argument. You can't argue someone's opinion. Nor can an opinion be right or wrong. It can be misinformed. It can be ill-gotten. It can be just asinine. But the fact that it is still an opinion means it is valid, but it also is something that is changeable. Okay, you have more uses with Gladiator than Carolina. Okay, and that's great. By the way, Jason, I should have remembered what you said last night and thrown the light combo and dropped that back down to an SP2 instead of throwing the SP3 there. Because I think I could have finished him off with the SP2. Which does make a lot of sense that I'm turning around and saying those exact words and then throwing an SP1 instead of building to my SP2 again. But, you know, hey. Again, do what I say, not what I do. I personally am still working on getting better with Carolina. I see her value, but I'm not necessarily like as skilled with her as some people. Swiss Beats, Thomas Burley. How we doing tonight? Give me just a second and I will read your message. Hey everyone, back and forth between watching you and Legacy, not a problem. I hope she's doing well tonight. See if I can finish him off here without having to tap into Medusa yet. I know Medusa is actually the answer here because she's the robot killing god. But if I don't have to tap into her before Sam, then that means she's 100% before I get to Sam. But never mind. Marvel King, how's it going, my man? Nice to see you. Appreciate you stopping in, bud. My God. Who reprogrammed Vision's AI to like the most aggressive I've ever seen it? Go to sleep, boy. Want to play aggressive? We'll play aggressive. Marvel King, you gotta make longer videos. Just saying. I think Marvel King makes perfectly good videos, and I think they're appropriate for how long he would like them to be. And I think everybody makes content based off of what works for them. And I have some videos that are 10 minutes long, and I have some that are over an hour long. I also have shorts. We have live streams that have been 20 minutes long, and we have live streams that have been 12 hours long. And if this girl don't start behaving, I may have to call her dad. Like 1 minute, what's the point? If you get the point across in 1 minute, then why longer? Yeah, I mean, sometimes 1 minute's all it takes. I mean, I don't want to bore my audience too much, blah, blah, blah. Thanks for the feedback. Yeah, no, I mean, it is, yeah, no. If you, like I said, sometimes it takes a minute, just a minute to get across what you need to get across. And, if it's something that you can demo and express properly in that amount of time. But at the same time, healthy criticism. Everybody likes something different, I mean, I definitely ain't going to criticize the man. He's got more subscribers than I do. I like the short videos when I'm trying to learn a champ. Cause scam, new scam, battlegrounds, free milestones. Yeah. No, I do think this battlegrounds event was like, yeah, probably one of the most trash ideas they've come up with. Like, especially considering, like, why would I pay $10 for the rewards that you're offering? Like, there are so many better values in the game. Okay, that is your one warning. We will not tolerate that. No, we do not use slurs. We do not, like, insult by calling people different races or dialects or whatever. Like, not gonna do it again, man. Like, and we will not attack Kabam. Okay? That is, you're attacking literally hundreds of people over something that you just have decided you don't like. So. Like, I will agree when they don't necessarily do something the way, like I said, I personally think it's a bad event. I don't think it's worth the money. I don't think anyone should spend on it, but we will, Command isn't going to listen to me though. We still aren't going to say it. Like, we're still not going to put it in that particular language. But Kabam's doing the exclusive ticket event really is no, I think this one was poorly planned, and yeah, somebody missed the mark on this one real hardcore. And I'm not quite for sure how it made it through approval, but okay, boys and girls, we got one fight left, and then we can go grab this deathless piece and call it a night. Just because why not? I shouldn't need her, but at the same time, an extra counter in there isn't going to hurt, so. The scamming journey right through Banquet was I don't think was a scam whatsoever. I think they did really well with Banquet. I think they hit the mark better than they have in years with Banquet. I know, I don't know a lot of people that didn't do really well on Banquet. And I have personally talked to some of the biggest spenders in the game and some of the biggest, and all the way up through some of the lowest people in this game. And I have not heard a lot of people that did not do quite a bit for their account during Banquet. So, and I personally cannot say a word because I massively improved my account over Banquet. And I think they delivered quite a bit of value in the tracks. The fact that it was less than 16,000 units to even, really honestly put yourself in a good placement as far as like being able to be free to play and still get some really good rewards. Yes, Banquet 2025 is a game changer for me. Yeah. Yeah, if anybody isn't subbed to Marvel King, please go ahead and go over and do so. Like, I forget sometimes to shout out some of the bigger guys because I just expect most of you to know who they are. But Marvel King does do quite a bit of content. So if I say another insult, I'm banned. If it's like insult, no. Racial slur, anything along those lines, yes. Like, I don't, like, there's a certain level of what I will and won't tolerate. Okay? Anything that is insulting other people for who they are, be it race, color, religion, whatever. Like, I may not be religious and I may not approve of everybody else's stuff. But just because I do does not mean I don't approve of your right to be able to be whoever you are. By the way, just in case anybody doesn't, because I do want to apologize and I thank you. There is Marvel Kings. Kabam being Scrooge McDuck. Okay, yeah, no, see, man, that's fine. Like, and that's your feelings on it, and I'll never get upset for that whatsoever. Like I said, it's just like anything that is racially, religiously, anything that's insulting somebody for who they are or what they believe. I will never tolerate that. It will never be allowed around here. So, but we did it, guys. That is 565 units. That is over 5,000 units in less than a week. Sorry, I'm just racist for some reason, but I don't. But I won't say it here. I appreciate that. Wolf, why are your units hidden? Because it just happens to be where it is. I can actually pull them up and show you guys. Like, not that. Like, we can see 565. I got just enough. The whole point of this was to go get the last bit of units I needed for this last box. So we got the selector there. That was the only thing that I really wanted. We could obviously like continue on and try for more selectors, but yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I got that. So that's one less piece that I have to worry about getting later. And it doesn't really matter which one we take, so I think I'm gonna take the motherboard just because it looks cool. So yeah, that actually, like I said, guys, it's been a little bit of a push over the last several days. I know it's not something that everybody was excited to do, but I definitely one of my goals for this year, outside of getting into the CCP, growing the channel, getting my books published, those type of things, was to make sure in Gate that we got some more content done and that we did get the rest of the Deathless Champion. That was another step towards that. Took me several days to do it, but I'm really happy with it, and I am excited that we hit there. And it timed out really well tonight, in my opinion, as well, because I did notice very much so that we are at the 2-hour mark, which is really good timing. And also on top of that, I also did notice that as of current, one of the gentlemen that I do try and work with on several things, because he is local. Well, I'm local to him. He's been here longer than I have. But one of the people that I will say very much so is Avido. We are doing the spring meetup in Seattle here in May. We're looking at the weekend of the 15th. So if you guys are going to be in the area, myself, Avido, Pandaman P, Akbar, Truth Comics is talking about coming up. Max is talking about coming up. Royal should be there as well. I'm not going to say anything about the biggest man in the Seattle area because he is still retired as far as I know, and I'm not going to imply that he's going to be there. But if you guys are going to be there, are able to make it to the Seattle area this spring, especially in May, let me know. We'll keep more details coming closer to then. But since he is one of the men that I am looking to, that we are going to do the meetup with, and somebody that I am happy to support anytime I can, we're going to go over and shout out a Wolfpack raid over onto Abido's stream. So, if you guys would like to come over and join me as I do so, I would absolutely appreciate it. But I do want to thank everybody for stopping in tonight, everybody for chatting, everybody for having a good time, everybody for being respectful. And I want to say, have a great day, great night, and pull up God Tier Champion soon. And until the next one, guys, I'll see you back soon. I love you guys. Peace out.